ọ̀bẹ̀fọ́n kò sí ìpele 8 A stars and 1 A in maths, physics, chemistry, biology, economics, ICT, French, and advanced.
Good.
Prasanna, Prasanna location in KD, 8 A stars, 1 A. I did math, math, ICT, English, Hindi, biology, physics, economics, and chemistry.
My name is Indrani Bhattacharjee and I also did 9 subjects. So I did math, math, English, French, the 3 sciences, economics, computer science. Yeah, and I had A stars, I had 8 A stars and I had an A in math.
Okay, so in which subject you got A?
In math.
Okay, and rest all A stars.
Yes.
Well done.
Arnav Pratapman. I had 5 A stars and 4 A's. I had A stars in math, physics, chemistry, economics, and ICT, and an A in math, French, English, and bio.
Good.
My name is Daniel Nanabu. I got 6 A stars and 3 A's. I got 6 A stars in math, computer science, physics, bio, chem, and French. And then
Great.
I got A's in English, literature, and arts.
Okay. Okay, so what study habits helped you to score high in IGCSE?
So I think one study habit that really helped me was space repetition. So that's where you revise something on one day, and then after like 2 or 3 days, you try and review that same concept again, then see if you can remember it.
Okay, nice. Which subject was the most difficult for you and how did you improve in it?
Okay, I think the most difficult for me was English and AdMath. For AdMath, what I did was I took topical papers. So initially for AdMath, when I was doing the past papers, I used to get intimidated seeing how difficult they were. But then as I did topical past papers, by the end of AdMath, I could easily solve the whole paper and get good marks. For English, what I did was I used a lot of AI's help. So whenever I wrote an essay or anything, I made sure it graded it for me, it gave me feedback. I used to ask ChatGPT to write me some narrative so that I could learn from it and improve my vocabulary and stuff. That's how I improved.
Very good, Prasanna. Okay, Indrani. How did you manage your time during exam preparation?
Okay, so the first and foremost thing, though it may sound boring, is to delete all your social media because that, for me, it was very distracting and it would take away my time. Other than that, IGCSE is not just about studying, it's time for you to relax as well. So I would watch movies, but then when it was time to study, I would study diligently. So for me, it's more about quality than quantity. So even if you spend 2 hours studying well, it's better than spending 5 hours repeating the same thing again and again. So
Wow, wow, well done. Okay, Arnav, did you follow a fixed timetable? If yes, how did it help?
No, I actually didn't follow a fixed time.
Okay.
When, like, let's say my paper is tomorrow, the day before I go home, I'd sleep for let's say 2 hours, and then I just stay up learning until 12, maximum 12. But for art math, I stayed up till 3.
Okay, but usually for these subjects, you are using the same timetable, right? For
Yeah.
AdMath, you are using the night time and
Yeah.
the remaining subjects you are doing in daytime, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes, what mistakes do students usually make while preparing for exams?
Okay, there are many mistakes students make, and I made some of these mistakes. For example, staying up very late. Staying up very late is very detrimental
Okay,
and can be the determining factor to your A star or your A. That's what separates good students from great students. That's sleep that you get is the second phase of learning. So whilst you're sleeping, you retain information better. Your mind logs that information in your head. So when you sleep, you're able to retain info. But if you study till 3, no, that's contradicting. Oh,
no, but according to you, children should sleep during night, okay, and they should learn during day.
Yes.
But some children, they are learning in night time and they wake up late. Sorry, wake up, in the morning late. So for them is okay, na, for that. Don't you think so?
Well, we are all built differently, but sleeping for the multitude of people,
Okay.
sleeping has proven to be
Is
a very
most-
effective
okay.
way of retaining info.
Okay, good advice, dear. Yes. Now, how important are past papers in IGCSE preparation?
They are very important. It helps you find patterns in the way Cambridge asks questions and poses questions, and also it helps you get a decent amount of practice so that you don't panic in the exam.
Exams, yeah. Mostly the papers are like that pattern. You know, even the mock exams are also from IGCSE pattern. Great. Okay, Prasanna, how did you stay motivated during the stressed exam period?
Okay, I think motivation is a big factor when you're preparing for board exams like IGCSEs. One thing I did was I was constantly talking to my parents. If I felt stressed out about anything, I would go talk to them. I had my brother's support with me.
Wow.
So he was also writing his A-levels at the same time. So we both understood what we were going through. So we tried to help each other out and talk to each other. I think another thing I did was my friends. My friends were very crucial in the marks that I got. Whenever we didn't understand a question that would demotivate us, we'd just send it to each other, make sure we understood it. And if there's anything that we can do together, we always try to do that. I think one thing I did with my friend was sending each other memes during IDs. So whoever was stressed, we make sure we send it and then have a little bit of joy in that time.
Okay, great. Okay, Indrani. Now, if you could give one piece of advice, okay, to future IGCSE students, what would it be? And I want advice from all of you, not only Indrani. Yes.
One advice I would give is to prioritize asking your teachers first before relying on Google or ChatGPT. I made this mistake in grade 9 or so, where sometimes for math when I didn't understand something, I would go to ChatGPT, I would go to the mark scheme, and I'll just try to understand it, or I'll go to YouTube. Now the thing with those kind of resources is that when you're watching YouTube, you're seeing someone solve those questions and you think it's easy. But when it's time to actually solve it yourself, you're not able to apply those processes yourself. So what I would suggest is to go to your teacher, ask them how they would have thought of it, and ask them what tips and tricks they would give you. In that way, it allows you to think yourself instead of just relying or being dependent
On the past
someone
papers.
else.
Yes. Arnav?
Advice?
Yes.
Oh.
I want advice from all of you because you each are different individual.
Yeah.
So maybe you have different advice. Yes.
Okay, so for me, what I did was some of the concepts that I did not understand, right? Instead of trying to focus on them, on me understanding them, like for example, biology, I did not understand anything with that. So when I know that this subject is beyond my understanding, I relied on understanding how the paper works and getting the format of the paper. In that way, at least I can break down how to answer that question and get some marks out of it. Yeah.
Okay. And you?
For me, I would say that all IT students should build a system and don't rely on motivation
Wow.
or rely on discipline. A system keeps you in check and discipline helps you to follow through. Motivation is that one spike. You just study and then one day you have that sudden motivation to do something. You do it for 3 hours and the next day you find out that you are burnt out and then you can't continue. But discipline is stopping yourself.
Very well.
Continue.
Very well said. Yes. Yes.
So having that discipline is very
Yes. Yes, Prasanna.
I think my friends have given very nice academic advice, but I think what I would say is that IGCSE is just an exam. Do not make it the biggest thing in your life. Do not make it the one thing that you have to do or else your life will be worthless. That is not how it is. Once you're done with IGs, you realize how small IGs was. It's nothing compared to what you're learning now and what you'll learn in the future. So write it like any other exam. Write it like something you write in your school exams. Don't stress. That's one thing I would say.
Yes.
And all the best.
Good.
So I think when you're about writing the exam, one thing that's very important is staying composed. So you shouldn't panic. You shouldn't just get stressed over the little things, but you should try and stay calm and then
Wow,
you'll
very
do
nice.
well. And also make sure you subscribe to Prof. Pras.
Okay, and don't forget to subscribe my channel also. Okay, thank you so much. So here we are ending to our session. I would like to thank you to all our toppers of IGCSE, and I hope you will top again in your A levels. All the best for your A levels, children, and keep motivate like this. Keep motivating the children. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you so much.